One summer moment can change a child's life. Through Toys for Tots Give and Go initiative, your support provides books, games, toys, and outdoor adventures that spark curiosity, creativity, and a love of nature. Whether it's fishing, learning a new sport, reading under a tree, or playing with friends, these moments build confidence and lifelong memories. For too many children, those moments never come. You can help change that this summer. Visit toysfortots.org. Toys for Tots, delivering hope beyond the holidays.
Well, Sunday, happy 4th of July weekend. With us today, like every weekend, we have Governor David Paterson, who is one common sense Democrat. Well, Governor Paterson, we got a mess in our hands in the Democratic Party. I was a Democrat at one time. I was a Bill Clinton Democrat, and I was also a JFK Democrat. But what the heck is going on right now? Some common sense Democrats are really upset. Even Carville is upset. And it's just one big mess. You tell us.
Well, John, I think that too many Democrats have allowed themselves to be taken over by not just forces on the left, but socialists. And there are Democrats running in the November election, and I'm thinking of one who I know, who had to endorse Mamdani to win his primary. He will easily win his general election, but that's the kind of pressure that Democrats are feeling. It isn't just a happening. It's real. And one of the issues that, if you really think back, John, if you ever heard some of John F. Kennedy's old press conferences or the speeches that he made, you would have thought he was a Republican and not even a moderate Republican. And I think that may be the key to bringing the Democratic Party back, which is to find the issues that really that are loathsome to people, their tax issues, the issues of being pushed out by other groups and that kind of thing. And I think that would really be the beginning.
Understood. But is there anybody with the courage? Has anybody taken the leadership of this endeavor yet?
Well, it's interesting you mention that, John, because very quietly, which is about the best way to do this, I'm meeting with other Democrats about that kind of problem. You just don't meet and have a press conference and think you're going to reverse what's been 4 years of disheartening results at the polls, particularly last week in Colorado on Tuesday night. Another Democrat fell to another socialist. We're going to have to find the real center. And when I say center, I don't mean politically, but the center of people's hearts these days, the things they're thinking about, and also delivering on the promises that get made in that period of time. After 1964, and I was 10 years old, I thought a Republican would never beat a Democrat for president because that was when Lyndon Johnson won. And, of course, Lyndon Johnson won after the assassination of President Kennedy. He beat Barry Goldwater. But things can change, and they can change very quickly. And I think what we Democrats have to do is use our imaginations. We all have one. Republicans have definitely demonstrated they have an imagination. We've got to use ours to try to get people to stand for the issues they really care about, and also stand for issues without offending other people, which is an issue that the Republican Party faced years ago. They'd have these candidates, they were great, but they couldn't stop saying, I think people should be allowed to live with each other, not with others. In other words, they were segregationists, but they were still winning elections, and then the other side figured out how to disarm them, and a lot of those Republicans back in the mid-'60s and '70s lost. So we've got to find what that magic is here, and all I can tell you at this point is we're working on it. Understood.
Let's talk about the rest of the world. This is 4th of July weekend. Were you upset when you first heard that now it's 11 states don't want to celebrate 250 years in Washington?
It's outrageous. It is so antagonistic to what our country actually stands for. Those 11 states have schools and they have police departments and they have businesses, I'm sure that they want to be successful. Why would they go out of their way to not want to talk about the July 4th being, well, it's basically the anniversary of the founding of this country? Now, if we go back to what was actually going on around then, yes, a lot of the people who signed the Declaration of Independence had slaves, and there were other people that were committing other types of offenses. But really, it was the beginning. There is a Harvard professor, her last name is Green, I believe, African-American, who explains that whole process. And really, if you look through history, when great changes are made, they're great, but they're not perfect. And I think that's what the people in these states need to hang their heads in shame by calling themselves Americans and then saying that the July 4th celebration is un-American.
I agree with you 100%.
I sure hope you do.
No, it's just America's America, and we both believe in common sense. I think common sense Republicans and common sense independents and common sense Democrats should all sit at the same table and work things out. But there seems to things that just gotten out of hand, and.
Well, it's so interesting. There's so much about this holiday that is just educational. So when Columbus sailed the ocean blue in 1492, he didn't know he was in America. He thought he was someplace else. And then inevitably they got that straightened out. But before they could, Amerigo Vespucci, who was the second explorer that got to the United States, he had a better PR guy because the country was named America and not Columbia. But that does not take away from the heroic effort of Christopher Columbus and how much he was appreciated from then on. By the way, there were 2 African Americans on that boat when he came here.
Wow.
So Columbus was maybe one of the originators of diversity.
I agree. Anything else you want to talk about on 4th of July? It's a good family time to get together with the family, good time to relax for the weekend and celebrate the 4th.
It's a good time to celebrate. I was listening on WABC in the office on Wednesday to the press conference that President Trump had said at that particular time. And I guess for just the time being, there'll be incidents here and there, there'll be threats and that kind of thing. But I guess his plan is really to let Iran die on the vine, because they will not be able to keep up with the weaponry and the attacking capacity of the United States. But otherwise, just for families and that kind of thing, it's just a great time to celebrate and a great time to be thankful for everything you have, and even a great time to think about people who you encounter, who you disagree with, but how they and you can look at the same flag and be proud that we all live here.
Well, thank you so much for coming on this Sunday, 4th of July weekend, and have a great day with the family and friends, and we'll catch up again real soon.
Same to you, John.